What up, what up, what up? It's another episode of Oshin's View. I'm your host, Oshin, here with Willie Negro.
What up, what up, what up?
This episode of Oshin's View is sponsored by my man, Kel Spencer, Playtime Worldwide. Be on the lookout for that interview. Very, very insightful interview that we're going to drop in a few. But I'm not big on triangles. Matter of fact, let me take that back. I have nothing against triangles, if this is what the relationship is calling for. Wise man told me before that nobody could define your own relationship but you and your partner. And at first, I think everybody at some point is looking outwardly to how people view their relationships and how things are. And a lot of times that's a recipe for disaster. So when I got hit with that advice that, nobody can define your relationship, I started looking inwardly in my relationships after that and everything to be like, you know what? I don't have to look out for approval, because we all act like we're not looking for approval, but, everybody wants to be Claire Huxtable and Heathcliff at some point, at least to the public. So I get that. But there's things that are happening in your relationship that once it's exposed after the fact, people just might not understand it. So, with that being said, Neyo and his ex-wife, what's her name?
I ain't even sure. I'm not even sure.
Well, you can look it up real quick. But she had an interview on The Breakfast Club, and she was talking about one of the reasons why her and Neyo broke up. She's, I want to say, happily married now. And I think Neyo has moved on. He has a kid with his new, I think his girlfriend or wife or anything like that. But she said the reason that they broke up is because they had threesomes, but Neyo wanted threesomes too much. And she said it became overwhelming, and she started taking it as, if he wants all these threesomes, then I'm not enough for him. I don't agree with that. With him not thinking she wants it. Monyetta. Yes.
Monyetta, I think.
Monyetta?
I think it's
Shaw. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Is it? Let's see. We got time. Let's get it straight.
Yeah, it's Monyetta.
Monyetta?
Shaw.
Shaw.
You're right.
Good guess. Yes, Monyetta Shaw is Neo's ex. And she said they broke up because he wanted too many threesomes. First off, it's cleared one thing up. There's no such thing as too many threesomes. I'm just saying, I think I need to lay down what side of the fence I'm on. And there's no such thing as too many threesomes. Never too hot, never too cold for a threesome.
It's no such thing as too many threesomes for us. But if you continue to want threesomes, can you see how your woman would feel inadequate or not enough?
Yes, I can agree with opening Pandora's box and your woman blessing you with a threesome. But the problem is this. The trick part, there's a thin line between too much and requesting it. Because when I was blessed to have ladies, bring other women into the bedroom with me, I think I might have put it out there in the air as bait to see who's going to bite. And every time it's happened, it was spontaneous and it was great. The problem lies when you start requesting it. Because honestly, it doesn't feel the same when you're asking, because the woman will start taking it as, well, I guess I'm not enough. Why do you need somebody else? Now, sometimes I too have got caught up with, oh, damn, this would be nice if somebody would be doing this right now while you're doing this. But that's in my head. And sometimes I've said it. So there is a little piece of that where I don't want to call it selfishness, but it's definitely you could become a little insatiable on the idea.
Right.
And I'm trying to throw Neyo, as you say, some bait. But I'm starting to think he was requesting every trip. And I think that's the downfall right there.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
My question is,
all right,
to women who have threesomes, right? Are they just having threesomes because they man want it, or are they having threesomes because they enjoy women as well? Because if you're just having a threesome because your man want it, this is inevitably going to happen. Like, but if you enjoy women too, then you're having threesomes because y'all enjoy threesomes. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I saw her interview and I heard what she said, it came across as I was just doing this because he wanted me to do this. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's cool, but I don't think in the instance of a threesome that's okay. Like, you shouldn't have a threesome if you a woman, if you not into women. Like, I'm not having the threesome with a man because I'm not into men. You see what I'm saying? No matter what my wife says.
I think it's called a train when it's with guys. See, but that's another argument.
It's a fact.
That's another argument, and we're not going to get sidetracked by it, but just to be straight, a guy, two guys, and a woman, the terminology changes. It's a train or it's a jump off. It's that kind of thing.
I understand that, but women also fantasize by having sex with two men at one time. And if you're a woman and you're in a relationship with a man and you have sex with two men at one time, you want to have sex with two men at one time. Just like a man could hint at it or throw it in the air, like, hey, I want a threesome with a woman could do that as well. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I that's why I don't understand I just do this for him, because I would never just do that for my wife.
I do understand it.
Okay.
I do understand. I'm going to tell you why I understand it. And women will probably be listening to this. I think women sacrifice a lot more for men than we do for them. Now, I'm not saying, hold up, let me be clear with the word sacrifice in terms of things like that.
Yes.
I'm going to put myself on the couch with it. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically, I can't handle somebody that I'm in a relationship with requesting another guy. I can't handle that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to handle that. And no, on my mental, nothing. Never mind the visual.
Right.
Because you think of the sounds you make your woman make, and another dude out there
that's crazy.
Making a voice.
That's outrageous.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
And I'm play this. If that makes me insecure, then insecure it is. I'm not even argue it. Now, what I could do, if it's just a joint we having fun, and I've done it before, he doesn't jump some things off. And if you might be the better performer, oh well, I can live with that. I'm cool with that. But when it's my woman, that kind of sacrifice, dude, not happening. Now, I know women will look at it and be like, see, that's the selfish we talk about, but we do it for y'all. I agree with them. Women will sacrifice that just for a man. But the difference is you got to know your woman, and you have to understand that she's only doing this for you, because that's how much. Matter of fact, let's take it to school days. You remember school days?
Yeah.
Big Brother Almighty told Half Pint.
Yeah.
He told his girl, if you really love me, you'll have sex with Half Pint.
Right.
Yo, she only stuff. And remember what she said when she came out, when he was hyped? She was like, yo, don't pat yourself on the back. Well, not, paraphrasing.
Yeah.
She was like, it wasn't for you. I did it for him. Women operate like that. If you really got them up there, they will operate like that. They will do that. Now.
That's crazy, though.
It is. No.
That's crazy, though.
Listen, the reason why I'm not going to call
wild.
it, hold up. The reason I want you to go, but the reason why I'm not going to call it crazy, because I don't want women to think they can't do it. Continue. So please, man.
I know.
No, I'm just saying.
Selfishly, I understand from a man's point of view. But from a woman's point of view, that's where we get into opening up Pandora's box. I understand sacrificing in many areas in a relationship, and I understand that women sacrifice a lot. But you can't open up that door and invite somebody else in the bedroom and then think that he's not going to want somebody else to be in the bedroom, especially if you don't want it. You see what I'm saying? You can't start it and be like, well, I don't think I'm good enough. And you shouldn't have did this if you wasn't having fun too, or if this wasn't your thing. You see what I'm saying? You can't. It's certain things that you can compromise on and you can sacrifice for, but certain things you have to know going to lead to something else.
You said something that's very important. I'm sorry. You're right. If your woman, if you're gonna have threesomes and stuff, you gotta at least be into women, because first off, that's what makes it sexy for the guy with that too. Because we don't want to just be like, oh, Pound Town, taking both of y'all to Pound Town. You know what I'm saying? But you took a bitch down. Yo,
what are you doing?
I'm just saying. That song is mad. It's eerily infectious, and it's like it'll probably be the worst lyrics ever. But I promise you, I don't have that song on my playlist at all, and I know every lyric to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you got to at least be into the woman, because that's what makes it more desirable for the guy, unless you on some other tip. Now, the thing about the threesome is this. When you're on vacation, it ain't just Vegas. That whole Vegas rule travels everywhere. Mm-hmm. So if you on vacation, if it's one of those situations where you never going to see this woman again, your woman might be like, hey, you like her? Let's go get her. Da-da-da-da-da. Then you can rock out. Because you ain't going to be like, oh, let's go get Isabella over here. Like, no, Isabella is gone. She's all the way wherever you at. But when you doing those in-town joints, recipe for disaster. Because you going to walk down the street, you be like, oh shit, this should go right there. And it's always going to be a little awkward one way or another.
It's a fact. You
know what I'm saying? Like that. So Neyo being a celebrity, I personally feel he should have known better. He should. I feel, and I'm not playing this. I don't want to just put all the blame on him. But what I'm saying is this: she clearly did it for him, so I get that. But he's got to know. I don't think he realized that she did it for him. The only bait I'm gonna give him is he's probably was thinking, well, she enjoys it just as much as me, and I don't think she's ever expressed to him that I'm just doing this for you. And I think that's where that line of miscommunication became.
It's a little bit of both. He got his famous privilege.
Facts.
And she, he felt like, and he probably felt like she enjoyed it, so it was okay to continue to request. Mm-hmm. But long story short, shout out to the chicks that be doing it just for the guy.
Yeah.
They the real MVP.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Erica Mena.
Oh God.
I don't even want to say she's in hot water, because she lives in a pot of boiling water. She lives there. And I think that's where she's most comfortable at. Who's this chick? I don't want to say Ice Spice. What? Spice.
Spice, yeah.
It's just Spice?
Yeah.
For another fucking Spice. First off, all this Ice Spice,
She from the island. First of all, she was Spice before Ice Spice. Let's not do that.
Yeah, but she wasn't Spice before the Spice Girls. See, that's why I was going with it.
Hey, probably not.
But I'm saying, I'm glad you said that. But that's why I was going with it. She definitely wasn't, and she's definitely not on the same level as the Spice Girls.
No,
you know what I'm saying, type thing.
But but she is. She has a certain level of fame. She does Caribbean type music. You know what I mean? So she has a certain level. She don't have American fame that she probably would want. But on the island, I'm not diminishing the sister.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's got her level of fame. She's doing stuff. I was just messing around, be like, but I know there ain't no damn Spice Girls. That shit was an explosion.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So they get into it. You know what's crazy? They started showing clips. Everybody, this is why loving hip hop, I'm looking like, I think the world knows it's already scripted to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's to the point where it's like people are like, this is the trigger spot. Whenever you talk about Erica's son, and I don't even know what the dude did.
What do you mean by scripted, for one thing? Let's not put that out there, but because what do you mean by scripted? It is scripted in that they put these people in certain situations and they trigger them by doing and saying certain things, but the reactions, for the most part, may not be scripted. So they put people in these awkward situations where they would not be in ever in life, and then trigger them by doing the thing that they know would trigger them and get them all hyped up on alcohol and all this stuff. But the reactions from what I hear and from the interviews that I've seen and people that are close to the shows that worked on these shows are authentic reactions to these situations. So the situation might be, it might not be organic, but the reactions
they all in water it. They all in water it on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. I don't believe that. I believe everything you just said, but even the fighting, I'm gonna tell you why I scripted. Because I have yet to see somebody really get duffed out on you. Like nobody gets duffed out on them joints. I don't see people punch in the face. I don't see some slaps. I don't see some table flips. But I'm talking about straight up. First off, unless everybody just can't fight, and I'm not, forget the women. You know what I'm saying? That's something different. Because I don't even be liking when they be fighting, but it is what it is. But the guys, every guy plays around with a two-piece combination, even when you're not fighting. It's like, what? Pop, pop. It's a two-piece. I ain't seen nobody get two-piece yet. No real two-piece. Like, put you to sleep two-piece. Because somebody got it. Stevie J be pumping all this iron. You got to be able to drop somebody. Him and Scrappy, but it was a whole bunch of wrestle.
They also be clipping it up and they don't show that too much. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They can only show but so much unless they take it over to the Zeus network. That's a new network. That's a whole different thing. But on VH1 and BET, they might can show a snuff, but they can't show somebody getting knocked cold out. You know what I mean?
Unless you just knock them out off top.
Yeah.
Because on Making the Band, people was getting beat up. I'm just saying, maybe you might be particularly right with the whole VH, because Making the Band was like, Puff was like, I don't care if they die, keep the camera rolling. I think it was like, keep the camera rolling. He said, we can bring him back to life.
Hey, yo.
But I'm thinking like, but Erica, she got into it, and her trigger is clearly when somebody talks about her son. I don't particularly know what her son did, but I think whatever it is, the rumor is, or it's out there that he doesn't even like her. And that is clearly a trigger for her. Every time, like men and women alike, like whenever somebody want to get up mad, they be like, yeah, man, what about your son? And it'd be, I'm not laughing at her son because I don't want her looking for me. What you call it?
Right.
Erica, I don't want no smoke. But clearly, whenever somebody says something, it's almost like they be jabbing each other like, watch this. Hey, well, what about your son? And they never really say what it is. They just put it out there. And then she always responds the same way. What about my son? You know what? I'm getting you fucked up. And that's it. And that's when all the shit start going. But that's not the part that people really concentrated on. They concentrated on when she said you like a monkey. Now, being as though you are part of the light-skinned persuasion.
So, but
okay.
But let's, for a little bit of context.
Go ahead.
It was rumored that Spice had was going to get skin bleaching and all that stuff to get light skin and stuff. Like she was going to
get lighter.
Yeah. She was. They saying that she was going to get that and all that stuff. So, like, you got to understand in Africa and on some of these islands, like, that skin bleaching stuff is prevalent, and the dark skin stuff is a really tough spot.
Colorism is a real thing.
It is. So I think she was really taking a jab at her specifically. It wasn't just because she was dark skinned. It was because of who she is and what was said to be about to happen.
Now, although you've given a caveat, you've given context, that's not how the situation read in the public. No, I'm not saying what I'm saying is to the public, because the word monkey and the connotation that comes behind it when talking to an African American, that's what I believe the average fan. I don't believe the average fan understood what you were saying with that in terms of the rumors that, because at the end of the day, even if she still does it, she hasn't done it yet. So she can always pump fake.
She said she's not going to do it.
Well, of course, at this point now. But she can always pump fake, like, look at my skin. I'm black. I love my black skin, because she can't go that way now. You see what I'm saying? Like that. But people was killing Erica because she called her a monkey. And being fair-skinned and making that comment, it's never going to sit well with people. Not more so men. Let's talk what it is. Women. Because colorism is a real thing. The lightest, the fair-skinned women, black women, and the darker-skinned black women, that has been the Hatfields and McCoys forever. You got little black girls out here that, they've been told you're pretty to be dark-skinned. Their counterparts never hear that. You're beautiful. Now, what they get hit with is, you look like a white woman. Now, I don't know how they feel about that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it stings as much. I personally believe it should, but who knows? Because if you look at the history of Hollywood and everything, the Dorothy Dandridges of the world, Lena Hornes of them, like, you look at the list of women that got the shot because of their skin. Jada said it clear. Why Halle had to let a white man pop her to get an Oscar. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Because Halle Berry, she is half white.
Yeah.
Her mother's white.
Yeah.
And her mother told her, you are black. But Halle is ours. But we can't ignore, I'm not going to ignore that she's a great actor.
Yeah.
But we can't take your skin off. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Because Lupita, and I don't want to say her last name because I'm probably going to butcher it. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They getting certain roles, the Gabrielle Sabars and all of them. But, so I think that struck a blow, and I think people, women more so, because it's not men, we're just talking about it. Women, they needed that horse, that dog in the fight, because now it's the war. Because there's not going to be no kumbaya between those two colorism, because now that's all people been talking about. She called her a monkey. She thinks she's better. All kind of sources going to go on top of that. And the crazy thing is, I want to see how this plays out, because I want to see if Spice actually deflects it. Like, nah, it's not that serious.
Oh, no.
Well, she's going to ride it out.
She will. But it is that serious. She could have called her anything. She called her a monkey. Like, why? My thing is, why does that come to mind? Like, you could call her anything. Why not just call her a bitch? Like, you can call her anything. Why monkey?
I'm going to tell you why monkey. I'm not going to say she looks like a monkey. But think about this. African booty scratcher. That has no color. But people reserve that for people of darker skin.
Right.
So, if she would have called her African booty scratcher, it would have been directly only because she's dark skinned. I don't know what we call you light skinned motherfuckers.
It also would have been corny and hilarious at the same time.
Yes, because African booty scratcher is always funny. It's always funny. And I remember I got killed on social media one time because I was like, it's almost like, well, I'm sorry, there's no F word, faggot. When we were younger and we used the word, the F word, I can pretty sure know that 99.9% of the people I've ever called the F word were actually gay. None of them were.
Right.
You see something like that? It's not until the burst of open the closet door has came out.
Yeah.
Now it's the F word. We used to be able to say it, you know what I'm saying, with impunity.
Right.
Now, I tell people all the time, I will call you an N-word before I call you an F word.
Yeah.
See, because the N word, it'll just be, oh, you're just ignorant. F word, oh, that's a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? That'll up a charge in a second. Ain't nobody going to jail unless you're white and you call somebody a nigga. You call somebody a nigga and you black, it's like...
They're not going to jail for that.
You're not going to jail for that.
White people are not going to jail for that. White people are not going to jail. I don't even believe in hate crimes, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yes, that definitely is a thing with that. So we're going to see how this plays out with Erica and Spice, because can't pull it back now. And Erica, she's not the backing down type. Whatever, she's not the
she's gonna back down from this.
You think so?
Yes, 100%. She's gonna apologize. Something she has to. It's gonna be too much.
So there's no way she can explain herself. No way she can explain herself.
It's no way. How do you explain calling somebody a monkey?
Okay, I don't want to go there. But what if Erica really thinks she looks like a monkey?
She does not.
No, your opinion of her looking like a monkey is not in question. What if she just thinks she looks like a monkey? Because if Spice would have called her a banana, it wouldn't even stuck. It wouldn't even did anything.
It would have been corny, but it would have did something. But
have you been called a banana before? I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get those kind of insults.
No, but it just don't sting. Just like it don't like calling a black person a nigga. Calling a white person a cracker don't sting the same.
First
a hunky, that don't sting. Like that's trash.
Hold up. First off, I've asked white people. I know white people.
Yeah.
White, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Yeah.
That nigga said I know white people.
Yeah, I know white people.
What the fuck? I know white people.
Yeah, I know white people. I've got this from them. And because I'm not talking out of term, I just want that to be clear. I know white people, and I've asked them, what does being called a cracker do to your psyche? And they said nothing.
Absolutely
you know
nothing.
What I'm saying? So it doesn't, that word doesn't sting to them at all.
It's because of the history
facts
behind it and the connotation behind it. Being called a monkey stings because of the history, because of the racism that's behind it.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't call me a banana. I mean, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's one of those just split. You're telling me to split, just leave. Hey, like, I don't even know where that would go. But I don't see her. I see Erica scaling it back. But she's not going to take it back because she did say something about her son. So that was the problem. Let's talk about that. The fact that she went there with her son.
Okay.
The gloves is off. So that's the only reason why I'm looking like, look here. I believe Erica was just talking to Spice. She wasn't talking about dark-skinned women. She was talking about her. So once she said whatever she said about the son, the gloves are off. You don't get to be like, you went too low. No, she didn't go too low. She hurt. She was hurt by the statement. So Erica got to get us back. So I'm not really killing her on that.
It was a dig at her being dark. It's all to it. I don't care. There's no way you can put it. It's a dig at her being dark. And to dig at her being dark, you must feel like either you think it's something wrong with her being dark or she thinks there's something wrong with her being dark. But it was a dig at being dark. And yes, she talked about her son. Erica has talked about other people's kids. I understand that, and it's low. And you could. I don't care that she went low, but when you go low, you still gotta answer for what you said.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? If you say some colorist or racist stuff because somebody said something about you, it was still colorist and racist. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't make it better because she said something about your son. Yeah, she probably shouldn't have said anything about your kid. But what's in your mind and your heart is to say some colorist, racist stuff. It's wild.
Yes. Speaking of wild, Eli Apple, who plays for, I remember him from the Giants, but I think he's with the Dolphins now.
Okay.
And his baby mother, in essence, put out a hit on him. I'm just saying, it's really no other way to say it. Like, honestly, like I was thinking before we was going to tackle this topic, like, well, how can I say it? You know, this. No, she regardless of somebody going through with it.
She put money on his head.
She put money on his body. Not even on his head.
On his body.
On his body.
Hey, yo.
Eli Apple's baby mama offered to pay the fine for anyone who injures him this season. But she also has kids, and I don't know why this was added, but I guess it's important to the story. She also has kids with Geno Smith, who's a quarterback, and Josh Jacobs. I think he's a quarterback as well, too. Maybe he is. I don't know.
It could have been added to show that she didn't put money on their body. So he must have did something egregious to her. Or it could have been added to show that she is really getting around the league.
But why would she put a hit on his body for what though? I'm looking like, this is your kids.
What he did.
First off, this sounds like emotions, and this is one of your kids' fathers.
Yes,
that's clearly I hope it's not a child support thing because he's in the NFL. Whatever the number is, I'm pretty sure he's cool with it, and you're getting it. So unless I hope he didn't put hands on her, because if he put hands on her, this is my thing. If he put this scenario, if he put hands on her, they get him arrested.
Yeah,
they get arrested. You see what I'm saying? I don't want the brother to go to jail, but I'm just saying, if it's that, they get him arrested. They get him arrested. Right. Don't be putting out there, because this is crazy. Because I hope he goes through the whole season injury free. Even though it's football, nobody goes injury free. But what happens when, if knock on wood, if he does get hurt on a foul play from somebody, it's gonna be investigation now. Because if I'm Eli Apple's lawyers, I'm looking like, yo, I want a restraint. I want something, because she put this out there, and we believe this person did it on purpose.
Yeah, but that can't, because she didn't. Nothing will come of that. I would rather them make her pay the fine. I would rather than make her go through with it. They fine you $150,000 and okay, now she got to pay it.
But if she pays it, that's complicit at that point.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And that's going to be further implications.
But you can't. How do you prove that they did that on purpose for her?
I believe, like this, going off of your scenario, if he gets hurt, and I want to stop saying that happens, somebody gets fined for a foul hit, and she pays it.
She will not.
No, put this. No, that's you talking in terms of common sense. Right. But let's just say, hypothetically, she pays it. That's enough to be complicit. Put this, because at that point, I don't believe it has to be proven that you did it like that. But if she was to do that and she paid somebody joint, even if they didn't know, but my thing is this, even if they don't know, they're going to be like, yo, I just said I'm wrong, but you know what that would do? That will put the person in it too. That pretty much will throw them under the bus. But the problem
is this.
The law is
but if that's the case, then she should be, then they should go get her now.
Somebody needs to say something to her now.
They should get her now.
Somebody needs to say something to her now.
It shouldn't be after the fact. Like if I put a hit out on somebody, like a legit hit, and I can prove that I put a hit out on somebody, I don't have to. It doesn't have to go through for me to get arrested. You see what I'm saying?
You on some Minority Report shit. You seen that joint before?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. I bet. It was a clip. And this one is crazy to me. It's not even crazy. It's common sense. They got the clip where the guy is about to have company, and he tells this woman, go in the back. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this was staged. Clearly, I just be feeling all these conversations and somebody with their camera out. That's crazy, because we live in this generation as well too. And when we have conversations, ain't nobody just sitting there with their camera. No, we're not doing that, because I'm messing around, gonna look at you like, what are you doing? Yo, erase that right now. Right. Like I'm changing the whole mood, everything.
Right.
No. But it happened. He said, yo, I got friends coming over. You dressed like this. She has some leggings on. She's a shapely woman. Mm-hmm. And her argument was, this is my house.
So he told her to go in the back.
He told her to go in the back, yeah. And her argument is, this is my house. I pay the rent.
Nah, he said he said
she said that too.
Nah, I think he said he paid the bill. She said, but I live here. This is my house.
That's what she said?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Give us a second, y'all. You know, we like to give y'all this. Okay. Hold up. I think you might have to pull it up. There you go.
I mean, see, I pay for you. You beautiful. Okay. It's the fellas talking right now.
What do you mean? I can't be here?
You need to go to the bank.
I'm not going to go to the house.
I'm here to pay the rent. You need to go to the bank.
Okay, but this is my house. You can leave.
No, I ain't gonna go. I pay rent.
Okay, but you're not going to disrespect me.
Oh my God, I got it all on camera.
First off, I don't know who Duke was that was ushering him outside the apartment.
Right.
That's crazy. First off, I don't care if that's your gay friend or your no, any place I live at, you're not ushering me out.
Yeah.
You can, not outside of it.
Right.
You can usher me to another room. You can usher me upstairs or downstairs. But I hope that usher outside was, let's just get you outside the door. We're not doing that.
I think I heard him say, I think I heard him say, I hope you pay rent or something.
Exactly, because I knew she said, because that's the stance she was staying on, that she pays the rent.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care. Yo, he needs to curve her, because it ain't going to get no better. It ain't going to get no better. If you play this, fellas, ladies, if I've got company over and the place is not big enough for people to roam free without you seeing your significant other and stuff, because it's a difference between insecurities in terms of that. What I'm saying is this. I feel as a woman, why do you want to walk around a group of men, my friends in particular, dress, if you're shapely or not, in leggings and stuff like that? No, because it's just going to feel awkward for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Because, and especially if your woman is beautiful, you ain't stupid. Your dudes may not want your woman at all, but niggas is going to look. That's just the reality of it. Even when you're not paying attention if you don't want to. I personally have never done that. But I'm not going to act like I haven't been in a dude's house before and this woman walk by. I more so feel uncomfortable like, this nigga, like, oh, you're not going, what is she doing? Don't walk around like that. Because at the end of the day, cannibalistically, men are still men. We got eyes still. Not saying you're going to play on it.
First of all,
for your woman to say, hold up real quick, but for your woman to be defiant on that, for the sake of being defiant, I can't rock with that. So go ahead.
right. So first of all, they are going to kill you. Everyone is going to kill. Women are going to kill you for that.
What?
So you telling me she can't just be in her own house, fully clothed, in a common area if people are there?
No, that's not what it is. You said people. I said it's all men. If it's all dudes, if it's all like this, if it's more women there, fine. Now it's whatever. I still believe every woman there should be respectfully dressed or whatever. Now I get it. A lot of times, hold up, because I had to clear this up too. A lot of times women are going to wear leggings in the house, stuff like that. But if it's 5 dudes there and there's 5 women there, that's different because it's a gathering. But if I'm going to just say the game because it's football, whatever like that. If it's just the fellas and you're the only woman there, no. You can't be dressed scantily like that. I'm just sorry. Throw on that football jersey or something. And
she wasn't dressed. She had on a
leggings,
t-shirt and some leggings. Like, but my thing is this. If it was women there and she had on the same thing, would niggas not look?
So if it was women, put it like this. You're still talking about groups. Because we have to put the scenario
no, but
in reverse.
You said if it was a group, it would be better.
Groups, I'm talking about men and women.
I'm saying if it was a gathering, they're going to look regardless.
Well, people going to look regardless, but I don't believe it's more intentional when it's just one woman. It's almost like going to the club when there's not a lot of chicks in there. We've been in spots together where we like, damn, ain't a whole lot of chicks in there. those chicks right there, they look all right. And on a normal crowded night, we probably wouldn't even holler at them. But this is what we got to deal with tonight. So they looking like the best thing. That's the feeling of it only being one dude.
Because you started off this topic by saying nobody's going to usher me out of where I live.
Yeah. Not like that. Not in the middle of that conversation.
I understand. But what you're basically telling a woman is, I'm going to usher you into the back if my friends are here. Listen, what a woman would say, what some women would say is, I live here. If I can't be in this space while your friends is here, while your friends are here, your friends can't be here. This is my space.
That's a technicality. That's semantics. That to me at that point is semantics. Because first, okay, it's only one way to even out this score. Dudes, all women now, your friends is here. We talk about the ladies.
Right.
Nigga, I have the urge at time to wear Speedos.
Hey,
that's just the urge that I have at time. Sometimes, hey, secrets out.
You gotta chill, yo.
Yo, I'm just saying the secrets out. Ocean's View sometimes walks around with Speedos.
That's not okay.
It is okay in my house.
But she didn't have on Speedos. She didn't have on Speedos. She had on
the equivalent of Speedos.
No, the equivalent it would be if we talking women, the equivalent would be some gray sweatpants for men.
She had on some gray leggings.
And if you had on gray sweatpants in the house, and she had a bunch of women there, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can go anywhere in my house at any time. It's mine. I'm sorry.
But are you going to do it?
If I want to.
I'm talking about no. See, you said you're arguing that I'm saying I'm not saying nobody has the right to be in the house. What I'm saying is this. First off, two things. Why do you want to? If it's all women, I don't feel the need to be coming around when your friends is there. I just don't feel that need because that's y'all time. Like this. Now, I try to cut down on my trips back and forth to the refrigerator and stuff like that. That's why I got the basement with my own stuff and everything. What I'm saying is this. Give people their space because this is not a gathering. This is for the ladies. So I'm going to give y'all space. Hey, ladies, how you doing? Da 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 da. Keep it moving. So let's talk about the gray sweatsuits and all the gray sweatpants and all that because that's a woman thing.
Yeah.
So if you want some old whoosh whoosh and you just, but you know what I'm saying? But you don't got no boxers on. So you just, hey, ladies, how you doing? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Your woman is going to feel the way. It's the same thing. So if you coming through, women got them leggings on, come on. Niggas got wives, girlfriends, all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing underneath those leggings a lot of times. Ain't nothing underneath those leggings.
But if a woman is curvy, like you can't hide that.
We're not talking about hiding the curviness. What I'm saying is this. You walk by, say hello, you have to leave though. She wanted to chill there. That's what I had a problem with. Why you want to chill around us like this?
Yes.
That's the argument.
I agree with you there. I don't understand why you want to hang out with the fellas. I don't understand that at all. But
I like sports too. Not today. Go upstairs and watch something else.
Some women
or watch the game upstairs.
Some women like watching the game. I get it. But it's a hard topic when you telling a woman, hey yo, go in the back.
So
That's crazy.
Is it the instruction or is it the actual action that's the problem?
It is the instruction. It's both. So I don't understand why she wants to be there in the first place. But also, that is a conversation that I would have with my woman. Like, what are you doing? After the fact, but I'm never going to be like in front of everybody, yo, go in the back. That's a little crazy in front of everybody.
How about this?
Hey, yo, let me talk to you for a minute. What's wrong with that?
How about this? You're absolutely right in terms of that. For me, I don't even have to have that conversation because you just know we're not doing that. I don't even have to pull you up on that. It ain't about pimp or die, but I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that.
Right.
You know, yo, everybody ain't leading a relationship. Some dudes is really wearing the Sassoons. And no, I'm keep it 100. Some dudes is wearing the Sassoons. And the thing about the Sassoons is you can wear the Sassoons in a relationship financially. You're still a man in the relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like that. That don't got nothing to do. It sounds like she is wearing he's wearing a good part of the Sassoons financially with it. But the way she was talking to him and all that stuff, and he was like, yo, just go to the back. He was trying to be diplomatic as possible with it. And she just ain't got a whole lot of respect for him.
I don't think he was trying to be diplomatic at all.
He was like, my friends was coming over.
But the first thing he says, yo, go to the back. And I think she was like, what? Or he could have said, oh, let me talk to you for a second in the back. And then you could have said all that behind closed doors, and it wouldn't have been a scene while somebody is recording. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just crazy to just be like, yo, hey, yo, you go over there.
Well, that's demonstrative. That's demonstrative, and I don't believe
it came across like that.
That's how you took that?
Yeah, it came across like, hey, yo, go to the back. It's no way you can tell somebody to go to the back in front of people and it not sound like you're giving them a direct order.
Okay, I can go for that. But I don't think this woman has a huge amount of respect for him either.
I think she was backed into a wall and a corner, and she became defensive.
I tell you who would have went. A battered woman would have took her ass right to the back. See, we don't want to talk about that one, and I'm not making light of it, but I'm telling you,
calm down.
I'm just saying, them wife beaters.
Hey, yo, chill.
Hold up, them wife beating ass dudes out there that chicks be staying with, and I know it's deeper than just the physical why they stay. He would have made that same comment. This wouldn't even been no conversation. Take your ass to the back. She knows what that means. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's messed up. I'm not trying to make light because I'm definitely not with the domestic violence for women, but I'm just saying it shouldn't be physically, you know what I'm saying, intimidation while a woman would do that. That's my whole point with that. Yeah, I don't believe he was saying it like that. It was just kind of like, yo, come on.
I don't believe it either, but it came across like that. But and I don't believe that intimidation should never be the thing. Yeah. It should be communication and understanding. And that's why I said he should have said, let me talk to you real quick. Because if I explain myself, you in private, then you could probably have the wherewithal or even the empathy. Or even if you don't agree with me, we can have this conversation later because you got the respect for me. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm explaining my position. Like, listen, could you be in the back because this is how I feel with you around my friends, and then we can talk about that later. You know what I mean? That's your insecurity, whatever, however you feel about it. You know what I mean? But to just be like, yo, go in the back, it's a little wild because listen, man. But I do agree with you. If you understand, if you got a clear position in a relationship and you got clear respect and you understand your man, you already know. You know what I mean? You already know that that's not gonna fly for him. You know what I mean? You already know. But if you don't have that clear communication, if you don't have that clear understanding, then you get into these type of situations. Cause
that gives off vibes. That gives off running to the door vibes. Like, well, my son, and I've taught him, and he doesn't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. He had this thing of somebody ring the doorbell, he runs to the door. I was like, don't answer the door. You don't ever answer the door. Right. You don't ever go to the door. Mind you, he's a child.
Yeah.
But everybody else, everybody else, unless you're expecting company, that doorbell ring, everybody kind of I answer the door. I don't care what time it is, whatever. Because first off, I know who's coming to the crib for me. You got somebody coming over? No. Okay. There's no back and forth. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's no back and forth. That's it. Stay upstairs or whatever. Unless I tell you, no, stay upstairs. Because if something goes left, I need you to stay upstairs. And don't come downstairs till you stop hearing the shots. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I say is clear. But other than that, like you said, you got to have a clear-cut understanding of where you are in a relationship. Your man Eminem, he just put I'm kind of glad we're going there because there's this guy. He's going for. I don't want to say the presidential.
Yeah.
He's a president. He's going. Is a presidential race.
I think he want to be a presidential candidate. Republican dude.
He's a Republican. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
He's running for something.
No, Republican presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Vivek Ramaswamy. No, Ramaswamy or something like that. Ramaswamy, some shit like that. He's running around singing Eminem songs. He's up here singing "Lose Yourself," and because like I always said,
it worked for Bud Crawford, yo.
Man, please, fuck all that. Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying? He can fight. This dude is what I'm saying with the whole Eminem thing, and it goes. And I wish this was out before when we were talking about Eminem. He's their dog in the race. He's like this. It's rare that I find somebody white that doesn't like Eminem. But a lot of his fans don't like rap, but they like him.
Yes.
Because he's their dog in the race. This is no reflection of Eminem because he's nice.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
How is that different from Tiger Woods?
For us?
Yes.
He's our dog in the race for golf.
Right.
But the problem is, this is where Tiger, I'm glad you brought that up and you put me in a little trick bag. This is the problem with Tiger. He's never had a black girlfriend or wife.
It doesn't matter. He's still our dog in the race.
But we don't really rock with him no more.
When he was winning,
you're right.
We rock with him.
You're right.
He was winning. He was our dog in the race. And we ain't even really mess with golf like that.
We definitely don't. But how many black people, so the question would be how many black people really mess with golf? That would have to be the thing. See, golf is a rich man's sport.
Yeah.
So you can't blame us. See, they got golf, then they got golf is rich. We putt ass niggas. We like, you know what I'm saying? We like this. We not buying no 9-irons. We're not getting the golf club like, all the clubs. Nigga, you play golf, but somebody asked me if you play golf. I'm like, I've been to putt miniature golf. That's what, nigga.
More black people play golf now because of Tiger Woods.
Yeah, because it's he's put it out there that we too can do that as well. Now, do we still have all access to the country clubs and all that? But no, let's get back to this dude. This dude was doing pandering at his best. And the one thing I'm going to give Duke is he actually was rhyming the words. He was up there. He definitely, because at first I thought he was going to be kind of corny with it. And he was like, the knees is shaking, knees sweat, arms is heavy, vomit on the sweater already, mom spaghetti. He was flowing with it. And Eminem fucking hated it. Because Eminem, I'm going to tell you like this with Eminem. Eminem, and I'm not saying he doesn't want to make money because he's clearly rich, he's done well. We know why he sells the units he sells. And I'm going to take it away from his abilities because that has nothing to do with it too, but we know the real reason deep down. And Eminem knows that too. That's why Eminem doesn't really brag on record sales. Eminem, I always said, he reminds me of the person, he would rather 100,000 people that really rock with his music buy his album than 5 million people that's just like, Eminem's white, he's one of us. Right. And I feel that's what he's looking at this dude as. You using me because I'm white. You don't mess with rap because you're not going to come up there and rap nobody else's verses.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But then you turn around, you see people like John Mayer when they quoting DMX joints and stuff like that. You got to show us that you rock with the whole culture, not just that. So Eminem put that good cease and desist out there and say, brother, don't rap my shit no more. Not on your trail. The BMI, they stepped in and all that. Now, if the guy remains to do it, remains to be seen. Because I don't really see how you can stop. I don't see how you can stop somebody from singing your joints.
Well, it's going to have an adverse effect now.
All right, go ahead.
It's going to have an adverse effect because he was doing it because not only is Eminem their hope, Eminem fans are voting age now. They're very much voting age, and they very much, he was using that clout. You see what I'm saying? But Eminem is very much of the culture. Like you said, he respects those core hip hop fans of his more than the guys that just the white guys that he's just their great white hope. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I assume, or I think that he looked at this guy like he's not of the culture. You know what I mean? You can't just benefit off the culture. You definitely can't just benefit off of me if you're not of the culture. And Eminem is very much engulfed in the culture of hip hop, of rapping, and that's what he represents, and that's kind of what he lives. And so the boy was tripping, man.
He was flowing though. I ain't gonna front. He was flowing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tapping my feet a little bit. Tapping my feet. Maybe just because I like lose yourself, but he definitely was like knees and he had the little shit with him. I don't know how many votes that's going to get him, but he, as they say, he tried it. Whatever.
He did. It was for the cloud. Yeah.
But let's talk about your man, Badass. Boosie.
Boosie, yeah.
Boosie Badass. I like Boosie. Boosie, you know what Boosie is? You know what one of Boosie's biggest markets? The Carolinas.
Yeah.
They fucking love Boosie in Carolinas. Yo, I was living down there for a second. This dude did at least 12 shows there in 2 weeks. Like, no, every time I turned around, hey, dog, Boosie at Concord and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, and you know, I'm still there on my New York shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, y'all like the sticker like that? It's like, man, Boosie the shit, Boosie bad. Like, he's got some validity when they be like, yo, put this, there's people that believe Boosie raps better than Jay-Z.
Boosie,
and
yeah.
No, regardless of what he can do.
Oh,
I don't personally believe that, but he has core fans that like, yes. Oh no, we don't want to hear no damn Jigger. We listening to Boosie.
Right.
With all that being said, Boosie's got a lot of influence. Mm-hmm. But what's going on with his family? Well, excuse me. Let me stop that. Because his family is his daughter. Mm-hmm. In a roundabout ways, baby mama was still part of his family because they have to have a relationship because they have a child together. But that child is 14 years old. And she's 14 or 15. She ain't no adult. She's not an adult.
She is 16 years old now. She's 17, I think, now.
She just aged? She's got a birthday?
She's 16.
She's 16.
Yeah, she got.
Okay, my bad. She's 16.
Yeah, because she got the car for her birthday.
Okay, man. She's 16. Still not a legal adult.
Okay.
The way she was talking about her father and calling him a sperm donor and all that, cool. If that's not what I'm beefing about. What I don't like is the fact of the way that child was spewing out what she was spewing out. That read straight of, this is what my mom was telling me. I don't believe, I want you to go, but I don't believe this was all her in her 16 years of experience through him. Now, I'm not saying she's not old. She's old enough now to know how he's treated her and stuff like that. So I'm not going to take it away from her that she's blind or nothing. But the way she was talking and the fact that the mother was in the background co-signing it.
Right.
I was like, wow, is this how this really works? Because you hear horror stories about the mother talking bad about the father to the child. And you hear the horror stories about the father talking crazy to the child about the mother. I don't stamp either way.
Right.
I don't stamp either way. Because what I personally feel is, let that child decide for themselves. 100%. Because if the parent, whether custodial or not, if the parent is as bad as you're making it sound, that child is going to see it and they're going to experience themselves. And they're going to make their own reasoning and their own logic for everything themselves. And I'm not saying she has that, but I felt a lot of it was spewed through the mother. The mother was using the child to get it off.
Well, when you say...
Go ahead.
When you're 16 years old and use terms like sperm donor, you got that from somebody. You got that from somewhere. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's certain things that children say about their father or their mother that you can just tell that they got from the other parent. You see what I'm saying? And those are one of those things. So, you know, and if you listen to Boosie's side of the story, Boosie raised her early on in their life because I believe the mom went to jail for a while. And even after that, he had her for a little bit because she was going to private school a little bit and she was doing well. Then he claims that when he went back with mom, that's when she started being promiscuous and doing things because she didn't have as much structure. You know what I mean? And though Boosie is Boosie and his kids curse and do all those things, it's certain structures that he provide because he's a Southern man, Southern, father, and he, rules his household and he has certain things that, are non-negotiables. Like his kids, all his boys having a Boosie fade. You know what I mean? Like, I hate Boosie fades, but I do. But I like that about him.
What did that have to do with what you said?
Because
just wanted that out there.
Because it's his sons. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And it's like my son's in my image. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like he said, when you turn 18, you can do whatever you want. But when you, my son, and you're not an adult, then you got to be in my image. Like you represent me out here, and that's what he was saying about his daughter. I don't like the way they communicate in that family anyway, period. But the way she talked about her father and to her father is 100% crazy. I just thought it was funny when he said, yeah, I said it. he said, I said it.
He definitely fessed up. Like, I definitely said, he definitely was like, yeah, I said it. I said I was going black eye. You know what I'm saying? And he means it or whatever.
Well, that was years ago, and obviously he didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Obviously he didn't do it. And as a father of a daughter, hey man, sometimes you be like, yo, I will whoop your ass. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gotta. I've said that. You see what I've never said I'll black your eye, but thank God my daughter wasn't doing some of the things that she's accused of.
But this is the crazy thing about it. What I don't like when kids do that, because I call kids wizards, because they can become adults when they want, and then become kids when they want, when it's convenient. This is how you talk to your child. Whoa, the way you were just talking like an adult.
This is how you talk to your father.
This is how you talk to your father? You see what I'm saying? Like that. But doesn't the Bible say, honor thy mother, honor thy father, all that stuff like that? Now, without going down that spiritual path like that, but at the same time, this is the thing about social media now. Everything plays out in public. And we've had conversations about this. You have a great point of view on, the whole keeping things in house. But a part of me is like, that's the brand now. Nothing gets left in house, because there's a generation of people that believe if it's not recorded, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that. If it's not posted, like we all seen people on camera crying. Now, I can respect the crying a little bit.
That's weird.
I respect the crying when the camera is sitting still, because maybe you're just spilling out. Mm-hmm. I don't respect the crying of holding the camera. I don't know why, and I know that's semantics, and maybe that's the word of the day, semantics, because a lot of things are just that. But when it's, so you have enough gumption in one hand. Oh God, I'm just thinking, because if the camera's just sitting down and you're like, I just don't know what to do with my life and all this other stuff, that's something different. I'll give you a little leeway for that. But this whole thing playing out, and it's crazy because Boosie's a celebrity. The parents, the kids are not. But this is the whole thing. People all in the comments, hey, take us out the group chat. We don't want to see this. Yeah, you do. You want to see this shit because you want to know what's going on when the curtain gets unveiled from behind. So you can't go for that. You can't go for that either with people talking about they shouldn't do this like that. Yeah, you do, because their pain is our entertainment.
Well, I think part of Boosie's brand is the internet. Yes. And part of his brand is being honest
Yes.
on the internet and being himself on the internet, even when it's an unpopular opinion. You see what I'm saying? So I think a part of that was you could see it on his face, like, yeah, I live here. I have to address this here. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's why he was like, yeah, I said it. I said it. And then he like, yeah, this is why she was doing some wild stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? Like I said, as the father of a daughter, that hurts bad to hear that your daughter is, having sex with guys at the football game in the bathroom. You see what I'm saying? That hurts hard. You see what I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? At 14, I can't imagine. And what I can imagine is me saying some wild stuff. Especially if I can't get to her to talk to her. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Saying some wild stuff. And as parents sometimes, you try to scare the discipline into them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And sometimes that works. For some kids, that works. For some kids, it doesn't. Some kids, you just got to explain consequences and let them live. You know what I mean? You got to explain, hey, if you do this was going to happen, and you got to let them live their life. And out of all his kids, she living, man. She got to live. What do you think about the part where she said, where Boosie said the mom had a 19-year-old living in the house with the 14-year-old?
That's OD. And the crazy thing is, I know people that are my age now that when we were younger, they live with like their girlfriends and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you live with them? It's like, yeah. And I'm looking like, the theory behind that, from what I've always heard, is if it's around me, I can control it. And I'm like, what are you really controlling? Because you do know they're having sex in your household, under your roof. You can't stop if somebody's going to get pregnant or not. Right. You see what I'm saying? So this theory of drink around me because I can control it. Smoke around me because I can control it. Let your boyfriend or girlfriend come here because I can control it. That's hogwash. It doesn't even work that way. Right. But this is what parents convince themselves of. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, somebody might sit back there and say, maybe they live in a nice sized house. But I can't see it. Like, I can't see my son talking about his girlfriend need to live with us. Nah, that's not going to happen. Because you're not going to play house in my house.
This is where my kind of confusion comes in. All of this is because it's over child support. So supposedly he has an agreement with all his baby moms, and he pays them a certain amount of money. And I believe it may be a written agreement. It's not through the courts. So I think all of this is because this particular baby mom took him up for child support. And because she took him up for child support, and because the daughter kind of helped her do this, he took the car that he bought her back. He bought her a brand new Benz for her 16th birthday. He had it repossessed and took it back.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
He got a song out about that joint too.
Yo, Boosie.
Said,
now he's wild for that.
He was like, he said something to the effect of, AMG Benz, yeah, I took that talking like this, so nope, give me that back. Like, it was crazy. I was like, this nigga Boosie is crazy.
Though I feel him, this song was a little crazy. You don't need to make a song about it. You know what I mean? But
it's his brand.
Yeah, he lives his life on the
He lives his life, his brand. And he's getting, I think the checks come through that way.
They do.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So, this is what he got to do. And at the expense of you. I didn't want to make this song, but here we are.
And he's, I believe he's an independent artist. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I mean? So, he need all them streams of income. You know what I mean? So, and from what I hear, he does well. You know what I mean? He just built another house in the back of his house. So, it's cool.
Yep. So, this is another great episode. Ocean's View. We got some tough interviews coming up. Like, y'all gonna really enjoy it. Shout out to the person that gave me the first interview, my man AZ Faison. Paid in full. Go pick it up. That's episode 3 for those that want to see. Go to episode 3 of Ocean's View. You see the entire AZ interview. But we got some real jewels coming up soon. So just continue to subscribe. Ocean's View on Instagram, OSHINSVIEW or Ocean149. Ocean, that's Willie Negro. See you next week.
Peace.